Do you ever feel like you stick out from the pack? That you're in some social situation, and everybody is getting along. They're all kind of connected, but you are somehow odd man, odd person out. This is a card trick, okay? Dedicated to absolutely everybody who's ever felt like they stick out, okay? Now, you start by saying, look, I could go through the cards. First, you can see they're all different here. And you say, look, I'm going to give them a bit of a mix-up. Now, I could go through the cards one by one here, or in little clumps, so to speak, and have you say stop at a card whenever you want. But the problem with that, when you're saying stop at a card, say the 2 of diamonds, or let's say the 9 of diamonds, the problem with that is I'll see the card, and I don't want to see the card. So let's do this, okay? I'm going to go through the cards. First, going to give one more mix-up here. There we go. And I'm going to go through the cards, and you say stop whenever you want. So you go through, they say stop, and you cut exactly where they say stop. And you say, I'm going to take the card, I'm going to leave it on the table very fairly. And keep in mind, you could have had this card, you could have had the 10 of clubs. It has been totally your thing. So they stopped at a card, you give them another mix-up here. At this point, unless the cards are marked, there's no way I can know what that card is. So you say, look, I'm going to let you have a peek at the card. So everybody, you show it around, everyone has a fair peek at the card, and you say, I'm going to make the card stick out from the pack. Say, watch. Just like this. Now, of course, it's almost a sad pun that it's sticking out from the pack. And you say, look, we'll take it a step further. We'll take your card, slip it inside the deck, and I'm even going to make sure I can't do anything funny or tamper with it, put a rubber band around it like that. Now, I said I was going to make it stick out, so watch. You're going to see, suddenly, not just one card, but every single card in the deck. They've all changed, but I said I'd make your card stick out. And you can see it is sticking out. And in fact, it's the only one that's still blue. This is my flip toss move. Actually, I came up with Richard Sanders years ago, and there's so many cool applications. On this video right now, I'm going to reveal the secrets to this handling. And there's a special gimmick involved. I'm going to show you how to make this special gimmick. I'm going to announce the winners of last week's contest on this video as well. And there's going to be a brand new contest to give you guys a chance to win a cool prize. Plus, I'm going to show you another, along with the technique on that trick I just shared with you, I'm going to share with you on this video a bonus handling as well. Something involving a prediction that uses the same move in a very different kind of thing. So all that's happening right now. Stay tuned as I push this piece of paper off camera. No, okay. Let's look first at the flip toss move. I wanted to create something where basically I was able to take a deck of cards and either have the, when I threw the deck from one hand to the other, I wanted this to visibly change this surface. Either the playing card changed or the back changed or whatever. I do a bunch of color changes, and most of them involve a wave of the hand or some kind of a wave, some sort of concealment for a beat or two. This has no cover whatsoever. That's what's, I think, really cool about this. It's a little angly. It's a little bit angly. You got to get the right sight lines, but I have done it for large groups, not just one-on-one. And with practice, you'll get it down. Now, what is the flip toss move? It is if you do it at the right angle with a bit of practice, you'll see it is imperceptible. All right, here's the exposed technique right now. Rubber band around it. You're gripping it with a curled finger on top, a few fingertips here, and the thumb on the side, okay? And you're throwing it into your left hand. Your left hand isn't rigid, okay? You are kind of letting it catch it a little softly, kind of soften the blow as it hits the hand, okay? These are 3 fingers. You really want to land time and again in the same spot. Now, as I throw it, what I'm going to do is push down with the first finger on the left side and kind of pull up with these fingers. The action looks like I'm going down, but I'm actually going down and a very quick little up. It's that little up that imperceptibly has it, when you throw it, it flips. Okay? Now notice, if I were to just say, hey, look, here is a 5 of clubs. Sorry. Here's a 5 of clubs. Watch me change it. 1, 2, and then on 3, boom. There's a very good chance unless you're performing for people with a lot of emotional issues, I guess, intellectual issues kind of thing, that they're going to imagine that even though they didn't see the flip over, they're going to still determine or deduce you flipped it over. But with a color-changing deck where all the cards have been shown one color, you throw it into the hand and boom, then they're all changed color. People don't go there. It's not an explanation. How would turning over the deck cause all the cards to change color? So you need to do it in a way, in a context, in a presentation that really makes the most of this very cool move, okay? With a little bit of practice, and notice the best angle. You really don't want to be throwing it straight down, because that's when, even though the flip is very quick, once you get it down, it's very neat and tidy flip, throwing down and pulling with the fingertips just on the edges. You don't want this angle so much as this angle, okay? This is, it's not unlike, and I'll be showing you this move in a moment, it's not unlike a half pass, where if you're going to be rolling cards on the bottom of the deck, you obviously don't want to be holding the deck here. You want to be tilting it somewhere, and for this it's here, okay? So that's the flip toss move. Now, I'm going to show you the full routine in a second, but let's just jump ahead to the question of the week. Here it is. This week I'm going to be giving away probably one of my most popular card magic projects ever. It's almost 4 hours long. There's dozens and dozens of really cool card tricks and card slice songs. It's my revolutionary card magic project, all right? As always, you'll find it if you want to look at the preview. It's at sankeymagic.com. And again, it's revolutionary card magic. But this week you have a chance to win one of 12. All you have to do is leave a comment down below, and then I'll randomly draw. I don't do it. One of my assistants does it, randomly draws the 12. All right? Here's the question, though. So I want you to leave a comment down below, automatically enter the contest, and answer this question. If you had real magic powers and you wanted to amaze your friends and family by changing the color of anything in the world, what would it be? So you got real magic powers, you want to astound people, and you're going to magically change the color of something. It could be anything. Something huge, something tiny, something surreal, something weird, something funny, something shocking, something. So leave a comment down below, answer that question, and you'll automatically have a chance to win one of 12 of my revolutionary card magic projects. All right. Now let's teach this trick. So you're going to make a gimmick. You ready? It's arts and crafts time. You're going to need a glue stick. Now, some of you experienced card magicians may already have a red-blue gimmick, a red-blue double backer. That's what you're going to be using in this trick. It's blue on one side, red on the other, okay? Now, you can buy one of these at a magic store, and the nice thing is, when you buy it specially printed, it's just as thick as one card, okay? But for certain things, certain gimmicks, you really just want a one card, but for this particular trick, it's going to be so easy if you just grab a red card and a blue card, get a glue stick, right? And put a little glue in the middle. If I were you, I think it's better to take the glue to the very edges. So lay it down on a piece of paper, go boom, boom, boom like that, and get all the glue on there. But for now, we'll just do this, and this is where the rubber band actually serves double duty, okay? Because if you take this now, and you put it in the middle of a deck of cards, okay? Going up to this one here. You put it in the middle of a deck of cards, and you put a rubber band around it. You could probably use it in an hour, but my advice to you, and you really want, is to do it overnight. Put some glue stick, rubber band around the deck on both ends, like that, and leave that overnight, and you'll have your gimmick, okay? So you're going to need that gimmick. Along with the gimmick, because it'll take me forever to find it, there we go. Along with this gimmick, you need a full red deck of cards, or a red deck of cards, okay? And in this case, I'm going to use an ace of hearts, okay? So one blue card and a different card, and the gimmick, and a red deck, and a nice rubber band, and you are set. Over the years, I've created a bunch of color-changing deck routines. I really like this one. You're going to see you end clean, so at the end you can go right into another card trick with an ordinary deck of cards, which is really valuable. This is a great opening trick. It really is for that reason. And it's pretty easy to do, okay? Just kind of a couple of slides and you're ready to go. The setup. Let's look at the setup now. I've got my red deck of cards. Any order doesn't matter. Then I've got my red-blue double backer. It's on top, okay? Blue up. And then I've got my ace of hearts. That's the card I'm going to force. It's on top of everything. And I am ready to go. I'm a big fan of presentations. I don't like super detailed presentations. I like to be able to respond to people, be in the space, and react. But I do like having a really nice inline, something that sets. So this notion of, have you ever felt like the odd person out? You ever feel like the outsider in the situations? Immediately pulls people in. People can immediately invest emotion, and they can relate to what you're doing and say, well, here's a quick card trick dedicated to anybody here who, like myself, sometimes feels like an outsider. And you're in. That's it. Okay? The rest is process. I don't like it when presentations, it's a balance, right? You want a presentation that pulls people in but doesn't get in the way of the magic. So you take the rubber band off, okay? And they can see, obviously, as you're gesturing, you're selling the idea that it's a blue deck. It's a blue deck. I spread out the cards, and I say, I'm going to have you choose one. However, if I went through the cards like this, and this next sequence is just an excuse to show the blue back a lot, right? And the excuse is, if I went through the cards like this, and as you go through, you don't want them too tidy. You want them a little messy, because that justifies you turning this over to square those up, okay? It's an old idea, and boy, it works. And, the problem is if I went through like this and had you call stop at one of these cards here, say the 2 of diamonds or even the 9 of clubs, use that stuff, I would know the card if they're face up. So then you say, so let's do it with the cards face down. Let's try something a little different, okay? Let's do it with a face down card. I take these cards, however many off here, I put them on here and I keep a pinky break, okay, between the two halves. Then I casually double undercut. So by that I mean I'm going to riffle off some cards at the back, put them on top, then everything below the break on top. Just looks like this. Looks like you cut the pack, and then you just cut the pack again, okay? And that's a way to do a false shuffle, a full control if you want. Instead, what I'm going to do, so I went through, is I cut the pack, I keep a pinky break, and I'm going to use a riffle force, right? Cards are face up. Riffle through the cards. Make sure that it's not like this or they'll see red, right? You go down, they call stop, and you cut exactly there. Now notice the 6 of diamonds was on top before I did the cut. But if they're sitting and I'm standing, they often can't see the faces. And these are the kind of details that, as a professional magician who's entertaining people, I don't sweat those details. And it's not like people shout out, hey, I think I saw that card before. Nobody cares, my friends, so don't get caught up in those details. When they call stop, the right hand flips over the packet and the thumb, okay? You got to be careful. You don't want everything to spread and they'll see red cards. But you're here, you do this, and you go, okay. And you thumb off that card down onto the table. And you remind them, remember, you stop me here. I don't know what the card is. You could have stopped me at the 6. You could have stopped me at this one. And again, they're saying blue, 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 blue. Take these, put them on top, keep a little break there like this. Give the pack a quick, this is the double cut, where I'm going to riffle off half the cards below my break, then the rest of the cards on top, and that leaves me here like this now. Okay, so I cut quickly like this, I'm moving like this. Now, I cheated when I showed you this performance, my friends. I cheated. And I'm sure if you said, what's he doing over there? Because when you ask people, take a look at the card and show it around, as soon as this person is looking, he's totally misdirected, okay? He's not looking at you, he's looking at the card, okay? And I find often other people want to know what card it is too. And when he shows it around, so you got lots of misdirection for the small move that I did for you guys just off camera. Because on YouTube, there is no misdirection. The camera's locked off, right? So I did this here, like this, and then I brought the cards with it. Now, when everyone's looking at that, all you're going to do, I'm going to break below this with my pinky, okay? Or even just come over with my thumb and lift off both. I'm going to do a half pass. I'm going to revolve all the cards below the top card, okay? And it's not so different than the flip toss move because the fingers curled on the bottom, the fingers are on the side, and I'm going to roll, using the first finger and the other fingers, I'm going to roll this over. But standing, I want you to see this now. When you're standing and doing this, all right, there is very little to see, especially if you do a 360 square up after that. So I did it here once. You see the red flash though? But the nice thing about going from here to the face cards is the face up cards, is you got that little bit more of a white border, so there's less apt to flash. And again, everybody's looking at this card. It takes this long. So the person looks at the card, shows it around, and in that exact same time, you just do a half pass here like this. You're done. All right, just a second. And again, you step off to the... That's the reason why you want to make sure that you're not too close to when they look, because then the line of vision is too close. You want to almost turn to one side or step off to the side and have them show it around like that. All right? So you've done this secret work, got this, and you say, fine, I'm going to make this card. You say, I'm going to make your card stick out from all the others. Watch, it's going to stick out. There it is, sticking out. Now, I never present that sad, punny line as if it's going to get a big laugh. I do it almost apologetically. Watch now, it's sticking out. I'm not going to apologize. That kind of tongue-in-cheek way. And then you push it in slowly. So what's happened? Well, they've seen the deck. without you saying it, they see blue cards, blue card, blue. It's a blue deck, obviously. Then they choose a card, blue card, and then you push it in the middle of the deck. You've shown the cards very fairly. I mean, it's very, very clean looking. Then you put a rubber band around. You say, no, I'm actually going to make it stick out. Now is when you're going to do that flip toss move, right? And like I said, you're standing ideally, and you want the angle, their perspective is here. So as you throw it, and you're going to remember, you're going to let it fall and turn, fall off the fingers. If it just fell off the fingers, it turns, but you want that to snap roll over, which is why you pull up just a little bit as you're going down here. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Instantly changes. So pretty, okay? And if you're using not just a red-blue change, but if the backs are a totally different back design, then you really have a gorgeous visual moment, right? Say, and now it's being sticking out. And you say, you might think, well, now I made all the other cards stick out. But no, it really is. And I love this because so often with these kinds of things, the very bottom card you have to hold as 2. But because that's your blue, red-blue, you can literally spread these out on the table and freely push them. And this free action really shouts, there's nothing to see here, folks. There's not, I'm not concealing anything. This action, just this action, looks so fair. Boom, like this. You can spread them all out, or if you're doing a walk-around gig, of course, then you just spread them in your hands here. You can even just sort of offer them to packets to the people, and they can see only one card's in the middle, and then boom, that's your ending. Wow, like that. I mean, boy, it's magical. Now, the cleanup at the end that I promised is all you have to do. You've got this here, right? Is if you casually double cut the bottom card to the top of the deck, right? Take this back, mention something about, oh, well, you know, now, of course, it doesn't match the other cards in the pack, so we'll get rid of it. I've just stolen off the gimmick off the top. So that can be on top. Take this back from them, drop it on top. Say, let me show you something else, but actually, now that it no longer is the same color as the others, we'll get rid of that. You pocket that, and you're clean to go into another trick, okay? So many things about this I love. Now, I want to share with you this really cool idea with predictions. These predictions. But before I do share this, let me announce the winners from last week's contest. Last video, I gave people a chance to win one of my Anytime, Anywhere projects. Now, Anytime, Anywhere, probably one of my more popular projects. I know I said that about the revolutionary card magic, and it's true about that. These two have been, I put them out a while ago, and they've sort of been bestsellers around the globe forever, it seems. Anytime, Anywhere, 34 completely impromptu tricks. Only with borrowed stuff. Whatever people have, you borrow, you amaze them, you give it back. So it's a very special project. Again, you'll find it at sankeymagic.com. Anytime, anywhere. Here are the winners. If I say your name, as always, send an email to my team. The email should go to contact@sankeymagic.com. Let them know, hey, Jay mentioned my name on send me my free Anytime, Anywhere. All right? Here we go. Alan Milton, Douglas Schwartz, there's no T in there. Schwarz, Douglas Schwarz, Joe Pastrano, Manu Pomares, Pomeares, Emilio Fallon, the Sleister 2. It's not the number 2. It's almost like a sequel. The Sleister 2, Blood World 14. There's a planet I'm not going to. Steve Chin, Jimmy Cote, Khot, Khot, not quite sure how to pronounce that. Fidelisa de Lima, Eric Freeman, and finally Alex Bermudez. Alex Bermudez. U12 won. Thank you so much for leaving a comment. Speaking of comments, make sure you leave a comment down below for your chance to win this week's, the Revolutionary Card Magic Project. Remember, the comment is supposed to answer the question. If you could change anything in the world, change the color of anything in the world to amaze people, if you had that supernatural power, what would you choose to change? Leave that comment. All right, let's look at this. This is an idea, okay? Let's see. I'm going to need 2 hearts in this case, and what I have here is our 2 slips of paper, okay? You could do it with a folded dollar bill. All I've drawn is a big 2 hearts. Now, one of them could be blank and this and that, but it's easier. I don't want pocket management heading to this trick. I want to try to remember, okay, which one's blank? I just want them both to have the 2 hearts on there, all right? So here's just an idea with a flip toss move, kind of a cool thing. Combines mentalism with magic, okay? I mentioned earlier that if you're going to have a card change from, say, a jack of spades, and suddenly you throw the deck and it changes to the 2 of hearts, even if you did it imperceptibly, boom, would people think you somehow turned over the pack? Question mark. However, there's a way around it, which I think is kind of cool. So let's say you force the 2 of hearts, your favorite, or let's say you start like this. You say, I have a Take it out of your pocket. I have a prediction. We'll get back to this in a second. You force the 2 of hearts, all right? You force the 2 of hearts. You get the 2 of hearts on the bottom of the deck, all right? Then when you go to your pocket, or let's say, you then say, look, I'm going to try to find your card. You're thinking of a card, and you go, is your card, I'm hoping, 7 of diamonds. And they go, no, it wasn't. You go, it wasn't the 7 of diamonds. Okay, well, look. You're going to go to your pocket for the rubber band. And when you go to your pocket, you're going to finger palm this second prediction. Why? Because what you're going to do is this. You're going to take the rubber band, and you're going to say, I'm going to put the rubber band around the pack. Like this. Now, I am already so far ahead because I finger palmed the other prediction. Had it under the deck when I came out with the rubber band, right? Put the rubber band around it and made sure the prediction is now trapped against the 2 of hearts. On the bottom of the deck. But they just think I'm here, and I say 7 times, you're sure it wasn't your card? Say, well, I have this prediction here. Watch. Then you put the prediction in full view under the folded card, under the, on the 7 of diamonds, okay? So now when I do my flip toss move, the rubber band is going to be the continuing visual. The folded prediction is going to be the visual. Boom. Now it looks like the 7 just changed to the 2 because the prediction was there all the time. So it's a nice visual through line, a convincer. So they just saw the 7 of diamonds change to the 2, all right? You can then take off your prediction and see if you were right. Now notice, this could have been blank initially, and it prints, both this changes and this appears, a drawing. I think it's one step too far, though. I do. So you hand that to someone to take a look at. Notice that now all I have to do is take the rubber band off, boom, put the rubber band in my pocket, but of course I took the other prediction, and my deck is basically clean now. If I'm worried, I can reverse the bottom card with another half pass on the offbeat as they are opening this whatever. They open it up and they find it. So it's a cool combination of a visual change as well as an inexplicable prediction, all right? So another handling on that. Okay. Bonus handling done. I've announced the winners. We're good. You're going to leave a comment down below and let me know if you could change the color of anything. Leave it down below. Thank you so much. I hope you like this card magic video. I know you guys love the card magic stuff. Color changes are so strong, huh? I mean, full deck changes, really magical. And the fact, like I said, that this ends with the deck clean, you can go into something else, I think makes a really strong opening. Please, if you're enjoying the videos, as always, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Also, this week, I don't usually ask you guys to do this, but could you really hit that like button? If you're listening to me right now, just hit it. Unless you hated this video, then they're probably gone already. But the rest of us who love card tricks, hit the like button. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to chugga my way up to 400,000. And if you want more magic, different content, but still sort of definitely magic-oriented, start following me on Instagram. Start following me on Instagram. You'll find me at The Real Jay Sankey, okay? Follow me on Instagram for more magic. Thank you so much. Hope you have a great day. And please, before you show any of these kinds of trick to anybody, put in a little practice, particularly mirror practice. This is a really good one to practice in front of the mirror before you show this card trick to your girlfriend. Have a great day.